What is up, everyone? JD here. I hope you're all doing well today. Today we're going to be doing the disassembly for my Vosteed Racoon. Still my favorite budget button lock, coming in at $59. Fantastic value. You're getting 14C28N. Fantastic looking knife. I mean, I just think that this is such a good looking budget knife. Really nice micarta on here. Button lock is really well done. You get a reversible deep carry fold over pocket clip, not necessarily the deepest in there, but it's still really good. It's barely gonna leave anything hanging out of the pocket, and you do have a micarta backspacer. Now, this does have the captive pivot on the front, on the back, so we are gonna have to disassemble this a little bit weird. I usually like to let the scale raise up, so what we'll have to do is take the pivot apart first and take the pivot out and then do the rest of the disassembly over here. You do not need to remove the pocket clip. The inset liner is going to come up with that. It is easier to control putting it back together as well. So let's go ahead and find out what hardware we need. All of the stuff that you see in this video is linked below. The Amazon affiliate links really do help the channel, so I appreciate whenever you do use those. So do the links to the merchants, and I have some discount codes down there for you as well for anything that you get from the websites that list the discount codes that they have. The WeHa bits are the way to go. Those are the ones that I recommend. I love the CRKT tool because it does have internal storage, and it works for me because I like to keep it in the organizer. I am betting T6s as I lose the bit are going to be the hardware. Let's see here. Nope, T8, and we don't need it for the pocket clips because we're not going to take that off. So we'll go ahead and grab the T8 bit, and I'm probably just going to go ahead and use the CRKT tool to disassemble this. Oh, there we go. Should be a very easy disassembly. So go ahead and start with your pivot. Nice and tight. I just unscrewed the back. That's why I was laughing. Holy cow. This thing is on there. All right. I am glad that I brought... Let me try. I think I have a little bit more leverage with this because it's longer, so we're going to try this as well. There we go. Yeah, so I have a little bit more leverage there, so this has got to be Loctited on. That was really tight, and it feels snug coming out. Maybe has a little bit of blue Loctite, and it is definitely still hardware because it is sticking. So to get this out, the easiest thing to do... might actually be able to do it this way. Unlock the button. Actually, yeah. Unlock the button. Close the knife. Unlock the button, and then just push the pivot out from the inside, and then once it starts to slide out with the button still depressed, slide out the pivot. Okay? Then what you want to do at this point is just go ahead and remove the blade from the knife and get that out of the way, and then go ahead and get your bearings, which are facing open side out, so that you can see that open side of the cage is facing out. These do look like brass bearings, brass cage bearings with ceramic ball cages, which is really nice. As you can see, the button has started to come out here with the knife out. So that is something to keep in mind when you go to reassemble this. I'm probably... yeah, so it is flat all the way through, so I'm going to flip the pivot to put this all back together because it's just going to be easier to do it that way. Knowing that the rest of the hardware is T8, go ahead and finish with your disassembly. Again, I really do prefer disassembling button locks from the scale side because I have found they are just much easier to control the springs than they are if you... Why am I having such a hard time with this one? Hold on, let me see what what's happening here. Hold on now. Is that a T6? Oh, that is disappointing. That is disappointing. All right, well, we'll leave the T8 there. Let me grab the T6. I can't believe they have two different sized screws for the hardware on the body. And I'll show you why this is going to be easier to reassemble. Whoa. Oh. Actually, that makes sense. You don't even need to take that screw out because it's not on a standoff. It's only holding the liner in place. I don't know why I didn't think of that. So you don't even need to remove that. So we're going to leave the stop pin in. This is really clean on the inside as well. We are going to put the T6 away really quick. Don't want to lose my stuff, and I don't want to get confused. Oh, the flathead slid to the top. There we go. All right, let me set this back to the side. So make note of that. You do not actually need to take the one that has the T6 off because it's just holding the liner in place. D-shaped pivot, we're going to go ahead and clean that off. I should have probably put some gloves on, but that's okay. All right, pivot is clean. I'm just going to go ahead and clean all of the liners and everything off on the button. Everything is really clean. This is impressive how clean everything is. Sorry. All right, so with the pivot, I'm going to line the D up. Oh, the backspacer just fell off. Looks like face in the back of the knife. Oh, you can see the Loctite in there. I don't know if I'll be able to zoom in to tell. All right, so the D faces the back of the knife. I'm gonna go ahead and put this pin and spacer back. It's very interesting construction. It does also have a little bit of blue Loctite down in there. While I have it apart, gonna go ahead and clean the blade and the path for the button lock off. There we go. Go ahead and get your lube ready. We're going to start reassembling everything. So just go ahead. Actually, I'm going to do the wipe on method. I'm going to throw the lube down in the cage. These bearings are very well done. You can upgrade to the 5mm, what is it, 3/16? I can't even remember. And the cages were facing outward. So the open side was facing out, the closed side facing in on the blade. I'm going to also just put a little bit of lube on the pivot. Oops. And then I'm going to go ahead and install the blade. You're going to want to pull the button up, and then you're going to want to match it to the spine. And then when you're installing it, just hold the button in place. And as you find the pivot, you should be able to just slide everything right into place. Yep. So everything has fallen down into place nicely. Again, open side of the cage is facing the liners. Let's go ahead and drop some lube down in the pockets here. And then we'll go ahead and rub it around. That should be plenty of lube. You should not need anything more than that. And then what you'll want to do here is go ahead and install your spring. Whoa. Yeah, just making sure it wasn't cone shaped or anything funny like that. Your spring is going to go into the micarta here, which actually is going to be really helpful that you didn't have to take this liner out. Forgot to clean this side. And then the D shape is still facing rearward, it looks like. So it should just fall right into the hole here. You can feel, yep, so you can feel it as you wiggle it back and forth, kind of falling into place. And then if you have your D lined up, the D shape on the pivot lined up, it should click right into place. Now what you can do is reinstall the pivot screw. Come on now. There we go. Once you snug that up, just give it a little extra turn. Go ahead and grab your body screw that just fell in the lanyard hole and put that again in the lanyard hole. I think it's because I got a little bit of oil left on my finger. Yeah, there we go. Now it's in the hole. Go in the hole. And bam. So 2-screw assembly disassembly. That is really, really nice. Okay, nice and centered. Check the blade play. A little tight. No blade play. Let's see if we can back it out a little bit. Oh yeah, that's it right there. There you go. That is your disassembly of the Vosteed Racoon. Really impressive that at under $60 getting micarta button lock, reversible pocket clip with a filler tab, micarta backspacer, beautiful 14C 28N drop point blade, and you're getting ceramic bearings caged on a phosphor bronze washer. This is a really fantastic deal. I would recommend signing up for alerts for when this one comes back in stock. If you didn't pick it up on the first run, definitely make sure that you have the notification turned on to notify you when this one comes back in stock. This is one of the best button lock EDC pocket knives I've seen come out. It has great tune to the detent. The lock works really good. It's very ergonomic, very comfortable in hand. I really like this one a lot. It really has resonated with me. Again, it's very comfortable. It's got the proper amount of thickness with the flat scales. Just such an awesome pocket knife. I hope you enjoyed this disassembly. If you did, do me a favor, leave a like. Consider subscribing if you're not already subscribed. I'd love to have you follow along as I continue to bring you the content on the channel. Thanks for everyone out there that is regularly subscribed, following along, commenting, leaving likes. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you have a fantastic week, and until next time, peace.